Now, Alec is not in the studio with us today, and I think it's only right that I let you know his test results came back all clear, so he was lucky on this occasion. Now, of course, Tony, Blair, you are a parent yourself of teenagers, so you understand the dilemma that a lot of parents face. So how do you effectively get this message across, considering we have got the highest rate of teenage pregnancies in Europe?
I mean, you heard about the sex education campaign. I actually think it's a very good idea to get people who have got some experience and who can talk to people into the schools. I think that's something we should look at, because I think people will accept it better from people who've been through it.
Who've been there. Ashley?
I believe that linked with both things is the sexual education children are getting these days. In my point of view, I had 2 hours worth of sexual education. One when I was 13, and that was pointing out genitalia and just the basics. One when I was 16, and that was just leaflets and a condom shown. But by 16, that was too late for more than half of my friends.
So what do you think they should do?
They should just bring it in schools, and we need to go into more depth. They need to know everything.
Teenagers are not that naive nowadays that they don't know about contraception. They don't know about sex. I don't think they are. It's playground talk. It's in magazines. It's all over TV. It's it's everywhere. Your parents should also be contributing to.
So do you think we should be educating people younger about sex?
I think.
And
I mean, at the moment, it's
mandatory
mandatory in the secondary schools. It's not in the primary schools. I think probably in the secondary schools, then we
well,
need
what
to make sure
Ashley's saying is that you need to hit them younger.
Well,
What
it's very difficult.
is
You run into a lot of opposition.
Laura, I think you more than anybody can tell the Prime Minister.
I had a baby when I was 15. I would never want to give him away, nothing like that. I love him to pieces, he's my little world. But nobody was there to pull me aside and say, this is actually what's there, this is what's going to happen, this is what's going to happen all around you, not just to yourself, but to everybody else. Nobody was there. I was there on my own. The house was shouting. Nobody wanted to talk to me about it. It was like, she's pregnant, you sit there, we'll deal with this.
So
it was
Laura,
really hard.
are you saying it should be consequence-based education?
I'm saying there should be more sex education.
I learnt through my friends and myself going out and finding the leaflets. I didn't find out from the school. You need someone to tell you and explain it.
I was wondering if the Prime Minister would consider doing a pilot scheme where self-control, good self-image, and also abstinence was taught, like they've done.
I think that's totally avoiding the issue. As soon as you say to people you can't do something, it's always going to happen. But other than that,
that's not, the whole teaching of abstinence is don't have sex. It's all about self-control. You need that in all your life.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Well, should we let the Prime Minister answer?
Well, I think it's important to try and get people to think responsibly about sex and the relationships they have. And I don't know, I mean, it sounds to me very little if all you've got is an hour or 2 hours sex education the whole time you're a teenager.
Right now, it's time for the fourth and final part of my 24 Hours with the Prime Minister. It's early. We're off to meet Tony, who has already been up for hours. Who was your pin-up when you were growing up? Who did you fancy? Did you have any posters up on your wall?
Posters up on my wall?
Yeah.
Tell you actually, when I was younger, I loved Grace Kelly.
Gorgeous woman. Are you romantic, baby? Do you still send Cherie flowers?
I've never sent her flowers. I'm not, sir. If I send her flowers, you get worried.
Well, she gets enough.
But I'm romantic, there are other ways of being romantic.
Finally, after 22 hours of waiting to speak to him, I grab a few moments with Tony between a debate on Africa and unveiling a plaque in Trimden. How do you think you'll be remembered?
Don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
You must have an idea.
No, because I don't think you can tell at this moment in time. I think some of the decisions that you take, some of the things that you do, it'll be some time before it's clear whether they were the right or the wrong thing.
Who do you think will be the next leader of the Labour Party after you?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know, but, you know...
Do you and Gordon Brown get on?
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as I've said often, he'd make a very good Prime Minister.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for looking after us.
That's been good.
Thanks for the soup. And then we have to do a wave, Tony. We have to do a wave. That was the last last part of my 24 hours with the Prime Minister, and unfortunately our hour with the Prime Minister is up. Thank you guys for being so good and really putting him through it, and thank you, Tony Blair, for joining us.
A satirical poke by Rory Bremner and a lot of jolly good back-patting. The Channel 4 Political Awards at 8 tomorrow night. Big Brother's watching next. George Orwell came dangerously close to getting it right in the film adaptation of his novel, 1984.